I go anywhere, anywhere with you, 'cause you fill my mind, or you fill my mind. We could build a dream, start up something new. Let the old be dead, let the shadows leave my head. And the world is on your shoulders and you feel like falling over. Just come a little closer. I'll be there for you, I'll be there for you. 'Cause when we are together, I know you feel the tension. Just let me in your head so I can be there for you, there for you.
Tonight, from Metlife Stadium in New Jersey, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And the New York Jets versus Joe Flacco and the Indianapolis Colts.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at Metlife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
Here's the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, on to get us started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here come the Jets to take over. Led at quarterback by a man back to full health in season number 20 now, and his second one in New York, and that's Aaron Rodgers.
And after an Achilles injury robbed him of playing most of last season, he's hoping this year can set himself up for a possible fairy tale ending in what has been an inevitable Hall of Fame career. We know it won't be easy, but the Jets have great optimism not only for Aaron Rodgers, but for the team. If he plays the full season, they believe they're truly a playoff team.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. In motion right goes Adams. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield to make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Now Rodgers, throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
They'll run with Hall. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now it's Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Now Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Hall again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Patterson's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Patterson back out there to send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And at quarterback, a longtime signal caller in the National Football League, former Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco.
And it was a blast from the past a season ago as Flacco took the NFL world by storm. He not only led the Browns to a 4-1 record and a trip to the playoffs, but he performed so well over his stint that he ended up winning Comeback Player of the Year. Pretty impressive stuff for someone who wasn't on a roster until midseason. Literally off the couch to Comeback Player of the Year.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Passing play, Flacco. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. Charles, that's a route that you and I have seen time and time again in our years up in this booth, and that executed well and a great throw, too.
And sometimes, even if you know it's coming, the execution will trump whatever you do on the defensive side of the ball. Plus, it was a well-thrown football. A nice, healthy gain right there.
Flacco to throw here on third down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Taylor. Down to about the 45.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's Flacco. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway. All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Now 2nd and 5. Flacco from the gun. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 15-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game. Like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
A red zone first down for Flacco. And that's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Here's 3rd and 7. Flacco. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
It's up about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Xavier Gibson now from his end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. He finds Wilson, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers going to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. It's caught here by Adams. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
So all field goals so far, 6-3 our score as the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Flacco's throw into the hands of Pittman here. The Colts on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns. Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
He'll let this go for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the 3rd round. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
On first down, Flacco. And it's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman that time. That'll bring up second down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now Flacco. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air. That's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Three red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. One more time with Hall. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll look to run with Hall. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So that, Charles, a big decision there on 4th and goal, and it works out.
And that is an example of a coach who's confident in his team. He didn't look at it as a gamble at all. He looked at it as belief. Great starting field position. Let's go ahead and deliver. And they do.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Has a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Running straight ahead, Taylor.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And the Jets will take over. The Jets taking over again. Breece Hall making his way out with the offense.
It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Rodgers now to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Running left, it's Hall. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 76 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And the Jets are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Jets. Mike Williams from 4 yards out. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point try now for Patterson. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So this drive spans 7 plays. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. Patterson back out there to send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Hassan Reddick coming through with a stop there and a tackle for loss to boot.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
First play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Flacco. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, The defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
This is 2nd and 8.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Throw right side, Wilson.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Rodgers.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Rodgers. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down and 5.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers.
The slant connects with Devontae Adams.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Back to throw again. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
He finds Taylor, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. To the sideline and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on second.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Here's 3rd and 3.
They go pass again with Flacco.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. Flacco once more.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've hit halftime here at Metlife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Colts going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 9. Flacco looks to throw. A short one there, caught by Granson.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To pass, Flacco.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
First and 10, Taylor now.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This 2nd and 4.
Here's Flacco.
And connecting here with Pittman on the out route.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception, but not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Flacco here on 2nd down.
Connecting over the middle with Downs.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 15-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. In motion right is Pittman. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
That's Javon Kinlaw busting through, and he sticks him behind the line.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
The former 3rd overall pick, Quentin Williams, there to bring him down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 23.
He'll give it to Hall to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Second and 6.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They'll run with Hall.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Indy set to go on offense once more.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second down and 8. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Flacco fakes the give, sets to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Jets. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now? Those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
All again on 2nd down.
And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Okay, work with me here. Make sure I'm clear on this one. Inside their own 10-yard line, and they run a toss play. I know it worked, But ordinarily, that takes a lot of chutzpah to do something like that, because only thing more dangerous is trying to throw the ball in that situation and maybe taking a big loss.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback, because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the Colts coming out now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Flacco. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Now Flacco. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Quentin Williams, his 2nd sack of the night.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Time for another drive here for this Jets offense.
They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run. But I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Throwing here on first down, Flacco. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Flacco to throw again on second down. Down goes Joe Flacco in the end zone. It's a safety.
Partner, give that coordinator a raise because he's been pedal to the metal all game, sending rushers from all angles at the quarterback. And there, within range of a safety, he really made the right call, and he got him to the ground and picked up 2 points.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Returnable here for Davis. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another. Score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On play action, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 8. On the draw, it's Hall. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Hall again. Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
On second down, Flacco to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
The Colts on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 7. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory.
104 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Rodgers' throw taken in by Adams.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now Rodgers.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
For the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
On the counter, it's Taylor.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
1st and 10 here for Flacco.
And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd down, Flacco now.
This one finds Pierce on the out route.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st down, Flacco.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And again, it's Flacco to throw. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand A field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. High throw, but he makes the catch.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
A red zone first down for Flacco.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Flacco will take to the air again. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just feel like nothing is working offensively. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Flacco. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed.
And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson.
And he's going to be brought down right there after the catch at the 34. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
They'll go again with Hall.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York.
Breece Hall
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Jets have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run. Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Colts set to take over here offensively. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage. As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Passing play, Flacco.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch, going to net them 23 and a first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Once more, it's Flacco. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Second and 11 now. On the jet sweep, this is Corley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets, defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from Metlife Stadium.